50 Cent just named every celebrity involved with Diddy and leaked details about how they were helping Diddy cover up his crimes. Some of these celebrities were forced to be with Diddy, while others actually worked with Diddy and source vulnerable minors. For him, Tolibus things are heating up in the Diddy trial, and everyone connected to Diddy is going down.
I'm going in. You better believe it. Shout it, Def Jam. We the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. This is all brotherly love. My biggest brother of them all, the boss, Ricky Ross is in the house. Ricky Ross, report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best, he's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him from thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout out to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
Diddy and 50 have been beefing ever since Diddy tried to take 50 out on a date. According to 50 Cent, Diddy told him that he wanted to take him shopping. 50 knew what Diddy meant by this and said no. Meek Mill, on the other hand, said yes and went out with Diddy. Soon after, rumors began to come out that Meek Mill and Diddy were dating after they were both seen coming to a party together dressed up in matching outfits and hugging each other. But you got close.
To take you shopping?
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. Holy, this is not Photoshop. This is women stop. Stop it. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, man. I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You're do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. When I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
He said, see it.
Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
No, that ain't it.
Behavior with minors and other vulnerable artists has been suspicious since the 9th South. Everyone in the industry knew what kind of person Diddy was, but they didn't care. This is when 50 started collecting dirt on him, according to reports surrounding 50's upcoming Netflix docuseries on Diddy. 50 has been collecting dirt on Diddy for decades. He knew that it was only a matter of time before Diddy got exposed, and once he did, his empire would come crashing down.
Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
As much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with, like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like, all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s, and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way, according to them.
Diddy is going down, and his friends are going down with him. Usher has already been enacted in court in connection to assault charges, and 50 things Jay-Z and Beyonce are next. The courtroom whispers are getting louder, and the rumors that answers seem too wild to believe are now being confirmed under oath. Multiple sources claimed that Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce operated more like a secret society, ton of business circle pulling strings behind scenes, blackballing rivals, and using their influence to bury scandals. Insiders say even Jay and Beyonce's marriage was part of the performance, a perfectly curated brand built on leasehold plays and mutual secrets.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, listen, if you look at his career,
This guy. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong. At the same time.
After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like, thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. and they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
There have been whispers for years about what was going on in Hollywood, but no one took them seriously. Know everything that people once wrote off as crazy is being proven as right. Diddy's alleged sex slate. Jonathan Otter revealed all of this back in 2018, but back then no one believed him. He told officers that Diddy was pimping Cassie out to other men and engaging in freak-offs, but at the time everyone thought that he was just crazy. Now Cassie has confirmed that Jonathan Wasson of the escorts that Diddy paid to be intimate with her.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Kanye is another celebrity that has come out in full support of Diddy. Kanye West recently showed up at Diddy's trial to support him. A call bet when Diddy and Kanye was also recently released, during which Kanye told Diddy he was going to do everything could to help him. 50 posted about Kanye on his IG and called him out for his support of an alleged of why is Kanye supporting Diddy. Allegedly, this is because Kanye is being investigated as well.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has made a surprise appearance at Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial on Friday.
Why'd you show up today? Is he about testifying?
He expressed support for his fellow rapper as he defends against sex trafficking charges.
Burn your head today, Mr. West. Did you speak?
Real from the front line, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked, so you be careful.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And have some fucking fun.
Yeah.
Having no fun and then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on your hit band,
Yeah.
have some fun, get back to smiling.
Yeah.
These other motherfuckers, they're wasting your time, big. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is supporting Diddy because he's literally scared that he's about to be charged just like Diddy. We're all pretty sure that Kanye is probably the celebrity that Jane talked about having a freak off in that hotel who the feds didn't want to name on the public record. And this part of not having Kanye named did pique my interest a little bit because we've seen plenty of celebrities' names throughout this trial, whether they were connected to Diddy or not. Like Diddy's former assistant Mia naming that she used to work for Mike Myers. Like Michael B. Jordan's name coming up in Cassie's testimony. Really started to pique my interest. Why wouldn't the feds want to name Kanye? Like, what's the big deal? We've seen other celebrities named throughout this. And then it all just came together for me. I think that Kanye might be facing his own criminal charges really soon, and I think he knows it. And it all begins with the lawsuit filed against Kanye by his former assistant, Lauren Piscata. Because throughout this lawsuit, she is alleging very damning allegations like trafficking, like transportation to engage in prostitution. And mind you, this is exactly how the investigation into Diddy started with Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, where she alleged trafficking.
While Kanye has come out in full support of Diddy, other celebrities have tried to distance themselves from the drama. One of these celebrities is Will Smith. During a comedy appearance in San Diego, Will Smith joked, "I haven't been anywhere near those damn freak-offs," adding, "I don't even like baby oil." This statement was in response to allegations against Diddy, which mentioned Will Smith as a close associate.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. Y'all can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. That's not baby oil. Nah, but I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff, but. You know, that one, it was, your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
While some of the celebrities that are speaking out on Diddy are the very people who helped him cover up his crimes, there are others who were unfortunately the victims' rumors off Diddy's involvement with Justin back when Justin was just 13 years old. Have it been around for years now Justin's bevy or around Diddy, and the way Diddy threatened Justin on live TV shocked a variant. Now Justin is finally speaking on what happened and trying to walk away from that part of his life forever.
Justin Bieber breaking his silence on the ordeal after months of speculation over their one-time relationship. His rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about.
We hit him like this, so me and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
This all comes as Bieber's followers are worried for him, the singer's erratic social media posts causing concern week after week, the Beliebers asking if what he's seen behind the scenes of the industry.
The only reason 50 Cent was able to come after Diddy so hard is because 50 has nothing to hide. He never went to any parties and was never involved with any of the horrible things that Diddy or others in the industry did. Unlike the others, 50 never showed up to those infamous parties. He kept his distance from Diddy and his inner circling. Now we know why. While others stayed silent or played along, 50 was watching, and now he's exposing everything.
You're not worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like, not that it's real enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work? What the f?
This is, yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on, there would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what does that mean?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that shit. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation.
Right.
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because, to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For with brands, and they was ahead of me,
right?
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that, and then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Like behind the scenes, he would do some foul shit. Like,
as this trial goes on, more and more names will be revealed. Everyone who went to Diddy's parties and thought they weren't being watched are now scared there on the tapes, and the victims airing the stand. This is why to off Diddy's best celebrity. Friends have already moved out. Ellen DeGeneres and Ashton Kutcher have started to move out.
Trial got underway May 5th in New York. NBC News reports prospective jurors were shown a list of more than 100 names of people and places that may be referenced during the trial, including actors Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and rapper Kanye West. While the aforementioned celebrities are not implicated in the case, the potential jurors were asked whether they knew any of the names listed and whether it would impact their ability to be impartial, per the outlet. Attorneys did not share an explanation for the list. The names of women who have taken legal action against Combs were also on the list, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against the rapper was settled one day after it was filed. Danity Kane alum Don Richard, who accused Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed in September, was also listed. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in both cases. Jordan, Kanye West, and more celebrities were name-dropped at Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection in the Mogul's sex
Combs was so violent and controlling that even the escorts hired for his freak-off parties were afraid of him. One of the male sex workers, known only as the Punisher, took stand last week and delivered chilling testimony that left the courtroom stunned. He described 8 to 12 encounters he allegedly had with Cassie Ventura, while Diddy watched from the shadows, directing every move like a twisted film director. According to High's account, Diddy would instruct him on exactly how to be intimate with Cassie, treating her not as a human being but as a puppet in one of his power games. The Punisher recalled how Cassie would wheeze or sigh in discomfort every time Diddy made a degrading suggestion, but Diddy didn't stop. In fact, he thrived on control, pushing boundaries further each time, just to see how much power he could exert.
Was this happening in your sessions?
Well, so it is an assumption, right? So, obviously with the veil, there was a very deliberate attempt to hide his identity.
Yeah.
So they never had any interactions or even any outward conversation in my presence. So there was a routine where sometimes we'll be right in the middle of sex and he'll just stand up and walk out of the room. And she would take that cue, she would follow him out. So it became a habit that we're having sex on couches with sheets. We started in towels. I would climax, but she would specifically leave the room without wiping herself, without doing anything to take care of whatever I left on her. So I assumed that's when he popped up, because once I climbed up, he popped up, he left the room, she popped up, she followed him. So I'm assuming that's when the lathering, whatever went on, happened at that point.
Okay, so at what point did he stop wearing a veil?
It was shortly after. The way that I ended up finding out who he was and they were, because obviously in conjunction with each other, about the 5th time, we were in a hotel called the Essex House. And when I would arrive for the sessions, I would be waiting around a couple of hours. So in this specific time, they put me into an extra room in the hotel suite. And to kill time, I decided to watch TV. And this specific hotel had a welcome message, which was, so when I cut on the TV, it specifically said, Essex House would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, like I was blown away, man.
Right.
Her was treacherous. She knew everything. She knew all about the drugs, the money, that charges against him.
Diddy is planning to get the trial dismissed. He planted a juror that he had bribed and is now trying to get a mystery juror number 6 has been exposed for lying about who he really isn't, where he is from. We already expected something like this. Diddy knows he can't control the evidence, but if he spends enough money, the jury could help him escape prison.
6 gave multiple inconsistent statements. The judge was going over his issues with juror number 6, and although he did not make a final determination, his thoughts on juror number 6 being removed were pretty clear. He stated that in the initial process, juror number 6 said that he lived in the Bronx with his fiance and his daughter. Then he turned around a while later and said that he moved to New Jersey with his girlfriend, and also said that his daughter lived in New Jersey. But then it changed again and said that his daughter lived in the Bronx with his aunt. And he referenced that this was only a couple of the inconsistent statements, that there were more. The judge then stated that he wants this juror off the jury because there is no reason why this man would have to lie, and the only reason he would lie is to be a part of the Diddy trial, which made him worry that this juror might have a malicious intent or an agenda. But then after the judge said that we need to strike this juror off of the jury, Diddy's team started bringing up more arguments about this. Diddy's lawyer said that this juror is important because they need diversity, and he is only one of 4 black men that sit on the jury. He also said that he doesn't believe that these inconsistencies were that big of a deal where this juror would have to be removed. Diddy's team was arguing that this is something that should have been brought up weeks ago, and nobody brought this up, and the government is saying, listen, I didn't even know about this back then. Then Diddy's lawyer said something really weird. They said, just bring this juror in, just question him. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure he'll be able to explain. But this is what the government wanted the judge to do earlier, and Diddy's lawyer said, no. That would be harassing the juror. Then the judge told everybody to get out of the courtroom, that they needed to have a sealed talk.
Now with mounting pressure and damning evidence piling up, Diddy's legal team is reportedly pushing for a mistrial. That very juror as the excuse. It's a dirty move, but exactly what you'd expect from someone who's been manipulating the system for decades. Beckos, if Diddy can't beat the evidence, is going to try and break the courtroom instead. Do you think Diddy will actually pull this off, or is this the end of the road for him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make Soreto like, share, and subscribe, because this case is far from over and the next bombshell could drop any minute.